Hi. Did you know about where I was been? Greetings everyone, boys and girls. This is James here speaking. And how's it going everybody? Today is on Saturday, which means here is Saturday anime day, or maybe the Saturday anime night time. Well, and it's about the 3 days period as during the meeting center day with disability children's fine arts. I noticed it's been about the 3 days period of vacation since I did there along with the help for disability children at the Nakhon Nayok, the disability children. First thing is stepping into it, so it's got yesterday. Meeting centers got dismissed and they got released. So it's about the here with the and I have got to explain the aftermath on Saturday. The aftermath on today is Saturday. So I visit on to Saturday anime nighttime for every weeks. Well, first thing that I really I I started for packages packages is things all the kind of stuff. So and they went to Autistic Thai Foundation individuals at Nakhon Nayok's disability children's help for trainers children as artistically skills that wherever I was really have been a few times that a few different years. And this is my and I was a visit to Nakhon Nayok for a few years as I really remember the locations. And I got remember that upper mountains always that is definitely is well all kinds of natural things is literally the clearly things, that's. And first of all I was the first met him, that uncle, the director of foundations Autistic Thai Foundation individuals. And I know that I met him before because he realized that I was specialized that special kind person with an internet personality person. And I liked doing well, and really like to see that the disability children, and I would really have it tightened up that we that responsible for give it us opportunity to spread in solutions for envisions my those artistic skills. And I would really I doubted with the artistic skills that the equipment with these the entire ink black lines that sketches a whole different place. And I really I might be like the and interest is it might be is literally close. So as well, I would likely how I would feel if teaching, and the teacher supporter of art skills that told me that they wanted to put sketches of lines that in here the sketches be my personal artworks and the personal files. And I would about I might have to as focusing to be the imaginations of solutions for my heads that's a family that teaching me, and include my James auntie. Yep, James auntie came in Nakhon Nayok, so I met her from family home from Chiang Mai, the James auntie family house from Chiang Mai. And I was in a nice way to met her. So, and she got singer the Country Road, and I really appreciate her and I got singer for it, as I feel it good things auntie's singer the Country Road, and nicely speaking to as a professional for more for the opportunities for the disability children, and either that I was amongst it I was dancing on the stage for the upper stairs that dinner night for last dinner night, and I doing the harder the dances were covering that evolution of dance history. I got listening that evolution of dance video. Yeah, it's quite amateur. The dancing skill is incredible. It's brilliant performing, and include my aunties. She's doing good performing singer that sing cover. That's over fill of its decades and years. And there's the other problems the minor problem here that fat kid been nervous but breaking down and start to smashing the plate all over there as a vandalism and resulted for the damage that damages pay for however the disrespectful that child that acting off the fat kid being nervous, and he's been jealously and to keep trying that the families to keep it calming him down and resisting that to take them into the room, and how he was problems. He got smashed plate into the during the cafeteria break, and I got hot cocoa and snack stuff, and hopefully he better learned to do the not gonna he would not gonna do for smashing plate the part at resort, and they need to pay for the damages to get this restraint owner for fat kid and how he was problem was, and included that over here it's that exaggerating that autistic child makes exaggerating out of control. But I don't really think that exaggerating to be the feel of anxiety and makes it uncomfortable, the understandable, the misunderstood. So that it could the family strive with the standing up with them, that autistic child, and I won't let it there down that the autistic children. So the family should try with the standing up that with them, that autistic child, is how it was that exaggerating as a aggressive, and maybe it's that there makes it aggressive and uncomfortable to control the functional. And other than that, there's a lot of the cool stuff here, and just maybe I was met that the teacher supported that's how it was teach me an artistic skill, and I have made the equipment the inks the black lines here. Maybe it was dry. You can see this is dry into the inside to the ink. So focus there. I can see it does focus there, but it's only if it see this focus the camera, but whatever. But you can see now that we can see the ink completely dry, but it doesn't work, does not come out. and perfectly to spot his spot with hold the fingers of the pen like this, and just move around it slightly to slow, but never get struggled. But I will realize that I need to better wish, get to buy the new paper, and get to buy the black line pinned the black line sketches. That's what I'm really just talking about. And also, I got to still the pencil line sketches here. This traditional arts. That's what good is traditional. And all lots here. It's about the colors that the oil pass for the whole. There's a whole room here, and better the equipment. Let's follow with the technique. The water slightly has a deep into the paper, so we have the in solutions that has a deep into watercolors process for the photo color. It's a deep into like that. It's a full filled color, so if you see that, oh, there's a watercolors that floated here. That's what I've seen that the teacher are supportive of the teaching me. That's make the good quality for the techniques and the deepen there. The stripe of the deepness of watercolors and on it there, and the color pencil lines the brightly, and lines up brightly here. It says as little and harder, less and more. There's a harder the way, and just make these lightly up. That's a color. It's like this. And I should have a sketch on traditional arts during the production design. Yes, this is the production design. So I'll have to show you. I'll have to gonna show you this, and I'm gonna show you the detail of this. Let's see. Okay. All right. This is my Malta King Studio Productions art contributions here. That's what I'm working on it, and then I better focus that artist skills for the upgrade that. That's a new one. So it's my good friend Scott host scenes that the traditional arts that I did post it from last few days. Okay, here he is. Spiders across the trees like that. You can see this. You like this my sketch? Yeah, that's part of beautiful. I just gotta be just to make the gradables here, and this we have the adaptation anime art designer like this. The color design, not much of the full color design here, but it's over here. That's pretty, like that. And there's a few more pictures like this. So what do you think? What do you think is she's pretty look like? That's very adorable. That's an adorable, cute looking girl there. That's a work in progress, and I added for the background. Might be has a bigger piece of paper to make the painting, so it makes some high quality painters. And I'm doing stunning. That's really good as well. So along here, James Taylor with the giant monster creations that she was made. That she's into matrix reality. I really what I have to say. So as it got to be that more cool stuff here. Let's write this up here, and I might be able to post that every single that anime cosplay with some adaptations that anime art designer. As I'll pronounce, I have the color, but as I'll pronounce color, but adaptations of anime art designers. I don't know what kind of what to pronounce this. Is what to call it. But this whole place, the whole room's all mess. I better clean it out. His hair, his hair all over the floor for a mess, and of course, and they also have a feature that, and I made up that like clay clay models that's soft, but is that I try to make these cat looking the chippy cats and sticking that into the colors that it become mixture as it it start to the softly and sticky and it begins to sticky into that progress there. But I was try to get this stuff difficult to soft clay, and I just wanted need to, I just want need to get these polymer clay, polymer, polymer clay, the clay models of the clay model maker, and I just got to have a way better for the hard clay. The model says the sculpture need this model it just on it, and I also there's other things acrylic painted the canvas that on the cross up and there horizontal vertical the painted brush from the all that all everything in here and I put that little bit water the acrylic without getting problems into the whole have a full colors it's a mess but it was right been okay and there's sponge and the tapping on it slowly generally just stick into that shapes and so have to make look like gold flowers and I really want to I gotta be wish to get art marketing campaigns and I just have to took place into the Chiang Mai night market campaign and I might be have to selling the art marketing there's all kinds of painting all kinds of the traditional artists and everything the all kind of stuff no worries of these but the teacher is supportive of the art skills where they told me and they wanted to know they wanted to know about these kind of stuff so I might be had to off away from the studio that I wanted to keep this focusing the personal project the personal artworks but it's hard time for a believer for me just working at all times of the progress here is an articulate and it thinks that there is something of the art coffee in it as well dry into the paper and it all looks like in solutions the art coffee that dries and it makes a powdered the coffee on it and I put the paint there so the driving into this there's a dipping into the wet the coffee it's paper on it and so it looks like freaking realistic that's absolutely freaking realistically there's almost as a hyper realistically but wow how did they teacher supported but did they made all of those man I really didn't know that I got to be famous artists and I might be have the famous visual artists but sometimes afterward though and that there's a good speaking up with the uncles and I was told with that James aunties they talk to and the meeting in the center have the 3 days period of vacation be and I don't know that I know that it's very difficult with the misunderstood for autistic children people but it's all the exaggerated and aggressive is as advantages would be the functional controls, but it's understood to be. But I really I met him, that teacher supporter, that art skill, that told me, and he really wants that. He really wants to have the good, great painters, like a British artist, like Roger Dance. That's Uncle William Roger Dance, and I like up to seeing as many the watercolors, acrylic, oil painting there, and spend all of a lot of times, and might be able to get back to that, hand it back home. So it really liked. I really want to have to appreciate the Autistic Thai Foundation individuals, and sometimes that some other times that what will have the meeting center, what will have to next, and let me have to focus it that live the indie studios that independently thought. So I would make some money to make the market campaign to make this onto it, the indie studios, purposely. So, and I would never begging my family like that before, but and I was trouble history. I was begging the family and a visit to the events they're located to. But I got a wasted time. But this year, not gonna waste the time. I want to make the live here alone, the indie studio, to make things that good this purposely the unwanted, unwanted, to make the project worse. And that's what I really talking about, the aftermath of disability children to help it for fine arts. And met them. I met James aunties, and include that girl is very Thai girl cosplay. Yeah, as Warning Red Fox. That her is pronounced that the Warning Red Fox. She's been on to social media platforms, and she has a small following on YouTube, and she's been doing the artist and animator. I've seen that her animation videos. Yeah, I've seen her. Her animation videos as made, and they give you this have to make this animated. Yeah, so I think it could be make the artist and animation arts and animation videos that the traditional arts. So I would just take the bit a while, and I wanted to make this focus away, make things bigger and better for changes, and nearly Marvel Nature's development, and individually with independently thoughts indie studios with some games, music, movies, animations, and these kind of stuff as the video maker stuff. Okay, so that's just pretty much have to say this the aftermath of 3 days experience vacation disability to children's of helping for the fine arts in solutions by Autistic Thai Foundation individuals, and I hope that the meeting centers will become that the more the months in the future, and Nakhon Nayok is really excited to visit resort this absolutely beautiful whole place, and it's really well. So before I was off the video, so that's all pretty much I have to say this. Let me know if you have the comment here, the suggestions, question, or even thought about to talk about the videos. And make sure you have to like, share, subscribe our personal channel if you want to see this more these kind of stuff. And also don't forget to subscribe. The boys here is Noisy Michael, Goro Boy, Vector Gamer, Gabby, SpongeBob, Powerful Sacked, Tinky Winky, and more. And also support with Hunter World Gaming right here. Here's the link here. Subscribe to him, and he knows to playing nonstop the indie horror games, and he focusing to play the indie action arcade classic games. He was completely unseen that history before. So I really recommend it that Hunter World Gaming that he's been doing well, and he's a purely entertaining, some funny stuff, reaction video stuff. I did this for adult animated comedy videos. Alright, boys and girls, I may be off that the videos. It took me about few minutes, and hopefully it's at good old times, and good to see meeting centers that long awaited here. And I'm back to home, boys and girls. So that's all pretty much I have to say. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you for the next videos and more videos. This is James here speaking. We're signing out. Have a good day, boys and girls. As always, crap. I have to snap the fingers up. There we go. Let's give it a try. This is James here speaking. We're signing out. Have a good day, boys and girls. As always, later.